Hey guys, it's Ruffian, and I'm recording this intro on my phone because I'm too lazy to set up my tripod. But today I'm going to take you on a tour of my Goffert Conga. This is the biggest traditional Conga that I have, and it's like the one Conga I want to finish. So I'm just going to show you guys who I have in my collection, or who I have in my Conga, and like who's my favorite. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Alright, so here's my current Goffert Conga. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to take everyone out of the cabinet individually. But my Conga right now is at 12 members, and I've been working on this Conga probably seriously for the last 4 years. And so I'm just gonna bring out each one and tell you a little bit about them. Alright, so first we have Goffert, the first horse release on this mold. He is body quality, because I've had him forever. I've had him since I was a little kid. He was one of my very first Briars, and I think he was one of the ones that got me into collecting. But the reason why he's so special is because Frisians are my favorite breed. I also brought him to my first show, and he was my first performance horse. Obviously he didn't do that great because he's body quality, but I love him all the same. He's one of my favorite horses. Now here's Gutzen van Tiekessil, who was the Breyerfest celebration horse of 2014. And 2014 was the only year I went to Breyerfest, but the celebration horse was on a mold that I Conga'd, and I think that was just an amazing coincidence. But yeah, I have 2 of these guys, but I'll only show you one. And I have 2 because my mom came with me to Breyerfest, so of course she got one too because we got 2 3-day tickets. But yeah, he's a very special horse to me because he's from my very first ever Breyerfest, and to this, like, so far, as of this video going up, I've only ever gone to that one Breyerfest. Next is my mare version of Kuchi. So in case you guys didn't know, Breyer released about 1,000 of these guys with gelding anatomy. So this is her correct anatomy. I won her at a raffle at one of my very first Breyer fun days, and I remember I wanted her so bad because I knew she was on the same mold as Goffert, and she's, like, honestly, she's so pretty. Like, here, let me zoom in on her mapping a little for you guys. Like, honestly, her mapping is so clean for a regular run. And she also has a little bit of pinking under her chin, which is just, I don't know, the amount of detail in her for a regular run is amazing. But yeah, I won her in a raffle, and oh my god, I was so excited about that. I'm pretty sure I probably screamed. I was young. And I also brought her to my first big show. Here, let me show you the other side of her too. Which, if any of you are in the Region 1 area, my first really big show was Northwest Expo, and I did the youth show there, and she won me an award of merit. So that's like overall 3rd place, which is really good. Now next is my first gelding Kuchi. He's been a grail of mine ever since I learned that there was a gelding version of him. Here, I'll show you, just so I can prove that he is a boy. There you go. I honestly thought I would never be able to get this horse because the people selling it on eBay were probably selling him for like 150 to 200, which they made 1,000 of him, so I don't think he's worth that much. But I found someone on Instagram selling him for only $70, and I was like, oh my god, is this real life? And I was in Hawaii at the time with my boyfriend, and I was like, I know I'm not going to be able to get him right away because I don't go home for another week, but like, this is like one of my ultimate grails, and I had to get him, and oh my gosh, I am so happy with him. I think he really started my craze of getting all these Gofferts, because then I was like, oh my god, I can actually do this. I can actually conquer the mold. Now here we go, this is my 3rd Kuchi, and he's also a gelding variation. And this is the signed version I won at Breyerfest in the silent auction. And when I saw this horse, I was like, I'm gonna kill for this horse. Like, I will throw hands for this horse if I have to. And I was willing to spend like all of my money on him, which was like, I don't want to tell you how much I was willing to spend on him, because I didn't quite spend that much, but it was a lot. So I guess I should just tell you, I paid 200 bucks for him. I honestly shouldn't pay any more than that for him, because if I ever choose to resell him, he won't sell for nearly that much. Here, I'll show you the signature. There you go. There's a signature. And yeah, he was signed from the 2009 Breyerfest, and he's probably been kicked around the Breyer headquarters for about 9 years. So he does have a few marks, but nothing too bad. Alright, and next we have Frightmare, who's a Halloween horse on the Goffert mold. And the cool thing about this gal is that she actually glows in the dark. So I'm just going to give you a little close-up of some of the designs on her. which I think are pretty cool. And how old is she? 2014. Oh, I guess her name's Nightmare, not Frightmare. My mistake. So she's getting up there as far as age goes, which means soon I might be able to show her in collectability. Okay, next we have Red Carpet Royalty, who was a Briarfest 2010 special run. And I remember I was a subscriber of Just About Horses in 2010, and when I saw this horse, I was so bummed out because I was like, oh my god, I'm never going to be able to find this horse for sale anywhere, and I need him because he's on the Goffert mold. That was so sad. And then in 2014, when I went to Briarfest, I actually found him in the Ninja Pit of Death. I remember I saw someone else walking around with like a bubble wrap thing, and it said red velvet cake, and I looked at my mom and I'm like, oh my god, we have to find this horse. Like, if I don't find this horse, I'm not leaving. We have to find this horse. And of course we did find him. And I couldn't be happier, honestly. And next we have Taskin, who is a Briarfest 2012 store special. So only 750 were made of this guy. And once again, he was one of the guys where I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get one because people were selling him for like 200 bucks. And I'm like, I don't really want to spend $200 on this horse. And then someone on Instagram sold him for less than that, and I jumped on it. And it was right during Briarfest, and I was like, oh my god, can you hold him for me until I get paid on Tuesday? Like, I was coming back Sunday, and it was like, I would literally get paid in 2 days. And then she agreed to hold him for me, and I'm so glad she did, because I'm, like, I know I say this about every Goffert I have, because I love all my Gofferts, but, like, this horse, like, I was opening the box, and, like, I swear I almost cried, because he was, like, one of my holiest of grails that I could achieve. Here's the other side of him, just so that you can see his full glory. And yes, his back foot does touch the ground. That's a problem for a lot of Gofferts, is that their stand doesn't fit quite right, and so they lean or their back foot touches the ground. But I love all of my Gofferts. Next, I have Noelle, which is the 2008 Christmas horse, and as you can tell, I don't show him because I just keep his tack on all the time. But he was another one of my grails that I didn't think I was gonna get, because my mom really, she doesn't like this horse at all, and then she surprised me one Christmas with him, and I was so happy. Also, his tack is just gorgeous, and he's this really pearly, like, orange palomino, which doesn't really sound appealing, but like, it looks gorgeous on him, and I love how they changed the stand on him to make it sparkly instead of clear. And next is Mirrors from the JCPenney Smoke and Mirror set. I believe it was released in 2012, but I'll put a little text thing in here if I'm wrong. But he came in a set with a horse on the S Just a Dream mold with the head down. I'll put a little picture in the corner for you guys if you don't know who that is. And I think I mostly got the set for the other horse, because I got this, once again, I think before I was really into, like, Conga-ing the mold. But now I'm so glad I have him. He's a really nicely shaded gray, and if you look at him really closely, like, my camera can't pick up on this, but he's actually kind of shiny, which is really cool. Okay, and the last horse we have is Gettysburg, which is one of the releases in the America the Beautiful series that Breyer's been putting out. He's limited to 350 pieces, and you had to be in a raffle to draw him. And let me tell you, this guy has a story. So I entered for him religiously, like every single day. Like, I'm pretty sure I even set an alarm on my clock that was like, enter for Gettysburg! And if you saw my post on Instagram, it was like all caps, like, oh my god, I need this horse. Like, I will probably die if I don't have this horse. And like, on the day that the winners were drawn, I wasn't drawn, and I was actually like in tears. Like, I was sobbing over not winning this horse, which is maybe a little extra. And like, I remember going through like the model horse Facebook pages, and there were people who were like, yeah, I entered for him, but I didn't really want him. But I want him, but I'm probably just gonna sell him anyways. And I was so mad at those people, and also people who were like, oh, I entered for him and I won, but I don't have the money for him. Like, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I wanted this horse with my whole, like, body and soul, and I didn't win him. Like, and you guys are the reason why I didn't win. But I did buy him from someone really nice on Instagram, and honestly, I don't regret it one bit. This horse, like, I think out of all the horses I have on the Goffert mold, like, he's my favorite. He's so gorgeous, and I don't regret spending a single penny on him. Alright, and that was my Goffert Conga collection tour. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and comment down below telling me which one of these guys is your favorite and if you Conga any molds. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. I make videos monthly, but they're gonna increase when summer comes because I'll have more time. And yeah, I hope to see all of you guys soon.
You look very, very with certainty.